Hello again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Do you struggle to know when to use present perfect and also what time expressions should go with present perfect? Well, you've come to the right place because that is exactly what we are going to cover today. Okay, this is part 3 in a series of present perfect. My last 2 lives, I went through the structure and everything like that. But this time we are going to go to the time words, okay? I already covered 1 to 5 in the last 2 classes, but today we'll be doing time words and a time words quiz together, and I expect you to be participating, okay? Even if you don't have everything, like if you're not watching this live, I still want you to participate as if this is live. I like my classes to be very much you participating as much as me participating. Obviously, this is a different situation, but let's pretend, okay? So when I ask a question, you answer it, okay? All right, let's go. Here we go. Present perfect time words. Firstly, we're going to look at for plus a period of time. So when we structure this, it's for plus a number plus time. Okay, so for example, here, okay, for 2 years, for 3 months, for 10 centuries, huh? What is a century? Spelled with Y at the end when it's singular. Let me put it in the chat there. Century. Century. I can't even write it. Okay. Century. And plural, it's IES. So a century is 100 years. Okay, so 10 centuries, 1,000 years. Then we have a long time, so for a long time. We also have days for, you can say instead of an exact number, you can say a number kind of word, like for many days, right? Or for 10 decades. What is a decade? Well, it is, do you know? A decade is 10 years, okay? 10 years. Now, let's look at this example sentence here. I've studied English for 3 years. Okay, you could say the past simple, I studied English for 3 years, but that means that you're not studying anymore. And if you are here, well, that would be a lie, okay? So I studied English for 3 years. That's okay, I'm done. I'm not studying English anymore. But I've studied is that you started, well, it's 2025 right now. So subtract 3, 2022. You started then, right? And you continue learning. All right, and next example would be, we've been married. We've been married for 5 weeks. Okay, 5 weeks, not much time. Okay, and here, next example, for 2 decades. So how many years is that? Tell me. For 2 decades, he's lived in Italy. Now, 2 decades is 20 years, okay? So the he's, you might be thinking, what? I thought he's is he is, right? I am, You, your, you are, he's, she's, it's, it is, he is, she is. But you have to understand the context here that we have he plus a past participle after that. He lived, Okay, so he has lived. So you can use this. She's lived, he's lived, it's lived. All of those apostrophe S's can work to mean have as well, but just know the context, okay? So he has lived in Italy for 20 years. Okay, I've personally lived in Mexico for 5.5 years now. It started in 2019 and continues till now. Okay, let's continue. We're going to a new time word now, which is since. Okay, this is also important. So if you see, if you want to use the word since, I hear this mistake all the time. Since plus a starting time is for present perfect, okay? So when you use it, you do since plus the date or the time, and like this. Let's look at it, okay? So you have, for example, June 1st. So since June 1st, it's a specific day, specific time, since 8:30 p.m. Okay, remember that date means like Tuesday, the 10th of July, whatever, that's a date. Okay, yesterday, right? Since yesterday, how do you say that word there? How do you say right here? This can confuse people. So we say this 1900s with the S at the end, the 1900s, which is all the period from 1900 to 2000, the 1900s. Now, something that you should know, okay, and this is very useful and very common, is that very often when we talk, right, let's say we're counting by 100s, say 800, 900, we'll say 1000 usually, but then after that, it's very common for us to say 1100, 1200, 1300. It should be 1100, 1200, 1300. But I would say more often than not, right? Which means most commonly we say it like that. Okay, 1100, 1200. In this case, 1900. Alrighty. Then we have since this morning, right? So whatever happened this morning since Christmas, over 6 months ago now, okay? Next, let's continue some example sentences, okay? He has been president, or he has been the president since 2020, okay? Notice how I said the year. It's not, you can say 2020, but you shouldn't. It's 2020 is best. You separate the two numbers, 2020. And notice also about pronunciation. I didn't say 2020. Now, probably in British English, they would do that. But in American or Canadian English, when you have NT, you often say the T, or you don't say the T. So 20, you will learn it in class as 20. And yes, that's good. You can say it like that, no problem, right? But oftentimes in real life, when native speakers are just blah, 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 we say it like that, 2020. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, 2020. So know that. That's something really useful. And continuing to the next sentence, this is actually personal for me. We've been married since December 16th. Make sure you say that right. December 16th, 2019 or 2019. Okay. You have Been, remember, that's the past participle of um, what? Tell me. What's been the past participle of? Dun, dun, dun. Say it out loud. All right, be. Be, past simple was, were. Past participle, been. Easy peasy. So the expression here is to be married. We have been married. That's kind of a complicated one. But now you know it, so no problem. Then here is one. Ever since I graduated university, I haven't had a job. So do you see what we did here? Okay, we started with since at the beginning of the sentence. You can do this. Now we use the word ever this time. So this is more to give an emphasis to this time, right? To really emphasize the time. So ever since this time started, right? I haven't had a job. Ever since I graduated university. Notice that's past simple. We can have an expression like that as long as it's a start time, right? I graduated university. For me, that was 2023, right? So I graduated past tense university and say haven't had a job. Okay. I think we got this there. Now, let's look at some bonus time words. So mostly it's since and for, okay? Since plus a starting time, for plus a duration of time. But there's also words that we commonly hear in Spanish in English all the time. Let me know if my volume's too quiet, okay? If you can't hear me, I'll speak louder. I'm not sure how this mic works all the time, but yeah, just let me know in the chat. Okay, so here's our bonus time words. We have just, okay, which is for the recent past. So remember, when we use the present perfect, right, it can sometimes be something that has finished. Usually it's something that started in the past, continues till now, or it just finished in the very recent past. Like, I have just started this class. Okay, so notice you put the just between the two words. Okay, whenever you have a verb tense that has two parts, like the perfect with have and past participle, or the continuous with be and present participle, verb plus ing, you put adverbs like this in the middle. So I have just done whatever. Okay, for example, she has just returned from her dentist appointment. Just returned. So that means that maybe 5 minutes ago she came back home, right? And another bonus word that we have here is already. Already is something that you have completed. You've done it before, right? It's it can be an experience, right? Which is one way that we use the present perfect. So I have already made my bed. Okay, I have already started this class. They have already eaten or eaten. This is another way we pronounce the T, okay? When there's a n at the end, like button, rotten, eaten, okay? It's kind of confusing, but that's how we say it. You don't have to say it like that, but you can. All right. So they have already eaten all of their Halloween candy. Okay, now that we've done that, sorry, okay, present perfect again. It is time for the quiz. You have to choose the right word in the sentence. And in this case, I really need you participating. If you're here in the chat, you're going to write F, S, J, or A, depending on your answer. Okay, so first sentence. here. If you know the answer, type it out as soon as you know, right? I have bloop, 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 seen that movie. We went to the cinema when it came out last month. Okay, is it for, since, just, or already? Let me know, let me know, let me know. And the answer is already. Now, interesting, you might have put just because it's going between. You notice it goes between have and seen, which is the past participle of see, of course. So we were between just and already, but how did we know the difference? Remember that just is for recent past. Already is for not so recent past. It just says this happened. So our keyword there was last month, right? Now, if you said, we went to the cinema this morning or last night, then you could say just. But 1 month already, I have already seen that movie. Okay, next one. Look, I have gotten a notification. Okay, their plane arrived 2 minutes ago. All right, so for, since, just, or already, which one is it? Answer, please. I'm going to give you 5 seconds before we explain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the answer is, drum roll, just. You probably guessed that, but here's the question. How did you know that was the answer? One thing I always ask with my students when I teach one-on-one, they give me an answer and I say, why? You need to be able to answer why you choose that answer. Okay, so why is the answer just? Think about it before I say. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The reason is the time word we have here, 2 minutes ago. Remember, just is recent past. I have just, oh, there's another word again. And you can say gotten or gotten. All right. I have just gotten, or I have just gotten a notification. All right. Let's move on to the next one now. Okay. And I want you to give your answer, but you need to know why. So we have lived in this house. How do we say it? Say it out loud. I want you speaking, okay? Even though I can't hear you, I want you to be saying, speaking always. Speak, 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 okay? So we have lived in this house 2022. You can say 2022, but 2022 with no t, 2022. All right. What is the answer? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is it? Okay, here we go. Since is our answer. Okay. We have lived in this house since 2022. Okay, why? Why? You need to know this. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about why and come up with your answer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bong. Reason being, what you should have said is that it is a starting time. 2022. Yes, it's a long period, but it's still a smart starting time. Okay, since plus 2022. Okay, started in the past, continues until now. Let's go. She is so smart. I can't believe she has finished her homework. Okay, what should it be? What should it be? I can't believe. Notice how I pronounce the word can't. It's not can't or can't, like you say can. It's not can't. It's actually can't. Can't. Okay, so I can't, repeat after me, can't. I can't believe she has finished her homework. Okay, so painting, Baya. Sorry, I can't say it right, but painting. Let's see if you are correct. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got it. Awesome. You passed the test. Okay, but why? Okay, you don't just guess and, oh, because it sounds right. No, you need to know why. Okay. So let's think about it. 5 seconds to think about why. You don't have to write this in the chat. You can, but I want you to think about it. So we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a quick 5 seconds, but the reason is that it's already happened. Okay. I can't believe she has already finished her homework. Now, you might have thought just, all right, but just gives the idea, like, technically you can say it. I can't believe she has just finished her homework. But it doesn't go with she is so smart. The idea is that you're shocked that she finished. It's not like, oh, it recently happened. It's like, wow, already? That was quick. That's the idea here, the context. Context is everything. All right, let's try another one here. Okay, I have known her. Ooh, we got a double duty here. I have known her a long time. We have been best friends since. My bad. We have been best friends in kindergarten. And notice, look at that, I'm blushing. Sorry, I gave you the second answer. Okay, but what's the first one? So we have, notice the pronunciation. We don't say kindergarten. You could, but we say that as a D, right? Kindergarten. All right, let's see, painting. You have, I've known her for a long time, since kindergarten. Let's see if it's right. Nailed it. Good. Nailed it means exactly, you got it. Okay. But that was half cheating. Anyways, the question is again, why? So you should be telling yourself, oh, this is easy. I know why. We just learned this. Okay. It is, I've known her for a long time, right? For plus a period of time. It's not like, oh, this is for me or for you. That's not a period of time. But when we use for plus a period of time, that is ding, 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 ding. I need to use present perfect. Okay. Then we have since kindergarten. What is kindergarten? It's your very first year of school. Usually in Canada, we have JK and SK, junior kindergarten and senior kindergarten. So that's like you're 4 years old in junior kindergarten, you're 5 years old in senior kindergarten, and then you start grade 1 after that. So yeah, that's kindergarten. Okay, but that's a starting time. Okay, that's true. I met one of my best friends here, Kidsy in India. That's interesting. Play school. I didn't even go to junior kindergarten. It was like, I can do it. Was just playing around. Exactly. Okay, interesting. Let's move on to the next one. All right. She has volunteered. Be careful of that V sound. I know if you're in India, you do have troubles with this sound, okay? A common mistake with the V is you use the W, right? Your lips are circled like a kiss. That's wrong. You want to use the V, okay? It actually makes the same face shape, the same mouth shape as the F. So you say the F, Friday, fun, funny, okay? That is, you just change it to V by adding vibration here. So F and V is v, 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 okay? So be very careful. It's not w, very good, right? That's not it. It's v, v. Be careful with that. Okay, let's move on because this is grammar lesson. But I like to add all the tips as we go. There's so many things to know, okay? So she has volunteered at the shelter. I actually had a student ask me today, what is shelter? What does that mean? And in this case, it is a place where people who don't have a home, they live on the street, they can go there and watch, right? They can, or not watch, they can stay there or they can go have food there. But the original meaning of shelter is a place that it puts a roof over your head, a house, right? We all have different kinds of shelters. But in this context, it's a place for people who have no home that they can go to. Okay, we have in the chat that the answer is 4, but why? She has volunteered in the shelter for several years. That's right. Period of time. Several just means many, 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 many years. Yes. All right, let's keep moving here. Sometimes I talk too much, but it's always got to be useful. I'm so happy that we have all the people in the chat correct. You're amazing. Okay, let me know if this is transmitting well, because it seems on my end that I'm getting an error sign. I love it, painting. I love that you're giving a reason. That's exactly what we're here for. Okay, but yes, just let me know if you can, if things are, if you're hearing me okay. Anyways, let's continue. Every, be careful again of your V sound. Everybody come to the table. Mom has finished preparing dinner. Okay, dinner is the third meal of the day. Although I want to tell you that in Canada, we usually say supper. Okay, and there's kind of a debate about this. I think in Canada, sometimes we say, no, dinner means lunch. But when I went abroad, I learned that dinner means dinner, supper time, your third meal, okay? But yes, in Canada, we commonly say supper, time for supper, okay? So everyone come to the table. What is the answer here? Come on, you guys are so slow, but maybe I have a problem with the transmission. I don't know. Okay, what's the issue? Tell me, tell me. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, we have people saying already. We have, I'm just going to give 5 more seconds, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, woo! We have a fight happening. One says already, one says just. Who will win? Dun, 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 dun. The answer is, no, we skipped right past it. The answer is just. So congratulations, Diali, for getting that one correct. Okay, this is good. This is why you're learning. All right, you can do fist bump. Yay. So mom has just finished preparing dinner. But why is this the answer? Why? The painting, your reasoning is good. It's already done. It's something that's happened. But if you think about it, just is already something that has happened. It's already done. The difference is that just is specifically recent past. So usually, right, When dinner is ready, mom or whoever say, okay, everybody, come for dinner. I'm done. The food is on the table, right? That's recent. So she just finished preparing dinner, okay, which you want to eat dinner when the food is still hot, right? So normally it should be just for that reason. All right, yes, recent time. Okay, now let's move on to our last one. Okay, and it is I have felt more confident. I started practicing my speaking daily. This is true, okay? Practice your speaking daily. I want you shouting at me your answers, okay? I'm going to say this in every class because some students just don't get it. What is our answer here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. The answer is right here, since. Why since? Okay, yay, painting. You have redeemed yourself. So great. 100. Okay. But why? Why is it this? Notice we have like two kind of sentences here. I started practicing my speaking daily. Okay. So that's a past tense there. Good, Diali. Great. So I have felt more confident. Why? Why? Answer being that it is a start time. Okay, a start time. So something that happened in the past, which is why if we have a sentence, a phrase, it's going to be in past simple. Something, remember past simple, is it something that happened and finished, it's done in the past. Okay, so I started, right? So I started practicing my speaking daily. This is a start time. So since plus start time, ding, 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 use the present simple perfect, okay? And that is actually everything I have here. Now, I want to remind you that I actually have a new class a new live class this is wrong, it's not Tuesday, it's Thursday today, okay? Every Thursday I do this, and in the next class we're going to start with past perfect, which I know many of you haven't learned yet. Present perfect, easy peasy, but no, we're going to start in past perfect next week, and the rules are totally different. So don't forget to come, okay? And I like having quizzes for you, so be ready for speaking. You have 1 week to review this, okay? And you can also go below, download my English Success Planner for more tips to help you be good. And currently, if you haven't seen, just extra, I am on a 30-day challenge with the app Link, okay? I always tell my students, you need to speak every day and practice every day, right? I am an advanced Spanish speaker, but there's always more things to know. So I decided to take my own advice, and I'm in the process of finding the best apps that I can for language learning. So today, I'm on day 4 of using the you're welcome painting. I'm on day 4 of this challenge every day for 30 minutes. So 30 minutes for 30 days. Okay, you can do this with me. Just download the Link app and you can get extra bonus and a free 7-day trial using the referral ID English with Megan. Okay, easy peasy. But yeah, look for my videos for that every day for the next 30 days. All right, so see you later. Thank you for participating. I love you guys. You're my favorites because this is just the beginning. Okay, See ya. Bye, bye, bye.